Jakobi, how are you today?
I'm good. How about you, Mike?
I'm doing really well. Yeah, good to talk with you as always. Appreciate.
Same here.
Sort of cool. Julian is going to get honored at halftime.
Very cool, honestly. I'm happy for him.
I was thinking maybe just to share what did you take from him? What did you from the way he did it that you've applied to yourself?
A lot, honestly. I feel like he was a great role model to have personally. I mean, there are some things you kind of gotta bleep out a little bit here and there, but just the way he was a professional, the way he attacked every day, came in, tried to be his best self every day, the way he fought every day and earned every single thing he was given. So definitely a lot to learn from Jules and a lot that I want to keep around in my game and emulate every day.
Next question, Evan Lazar.
Hey, Jakobi, how you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Good, thanks. I just wanted to ask you, obviously the red zone offense hasn't been what you guys have wanted it to be for the first two games of the season. So what is the biggest thing that you see that, could change or you guys are trying to work on to get that going?
I think everybody just have to do their job to the best of their ability. There's not particularly one guy who's messing up everything or one play call that's not working. It's just we need everybody on the same page, executing to the best of their ability. And when the time comes, it'll come. Those guys get paid too to make plays on the other side of the ball. So, like I said, we go out there, do our job, and it'll all fall through.
We were talking to Coach Belichick earlier, and he just mentioned that, you've been able to develop both as an inside receiver and an outside receiver. And I was just curious, how different is it developing on the inside versus the outside, and how much of a change is that, to kind of get used to?
I would say the inside, for me personally, is a little more dangerous. You cross the middle a lot. I mean, it's dangerous, but at the same time, it can be really rewarding because once you find spaces, you got a lot of room to run. The sideline isn't there to help the defense. So you got to keep your head on the swivel. On the outside, you got to be able to know how to get open fighting against the DB and the sideline. So you kind of double teamed on every play, in my opinion. So, yeah, I mean, once you figure out which way you want to get open and what type of techniques you want to use, I feel like you kind of pretty much handle everything you need.
Thanks, Jakobi.
Mm-hmm.
Next question, Matt, please.
Hey, Jakobi, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good to see you. We talked to Josh McDaniels the other day, and we asked him not really about the red zone offense, but about maybe pushing it down the field deeper, down the field more than we've seen. And he said basically there's a lot of different things that go into that. And one of them is just seeing what the coverage is giving you and knowing whether there's an opportunity for you. So I'm just curious, how much responsibility do you put on yourself as a receiver to know when the defense is giving you that sort of opportunity?
A lot. You never really know when your number will be called. So every opportunity I have to make a play down the field, if he does trust me to put the ball in the air my way, I got to go out there and make that play. Hopefully I get the ball rolling and make them want to call plays again. But like he said, it's a lot that goes into pushing the ball down the field. And I feel like that's one of those things that can't be forced. So when the time is right, it'll happen. And when it's not right, we got to find out how to win other ways.
Sort of along those lines, obviously Max Young, he's only played 2 games. So do you put any onus on yourself that when you see maybe that there was an opportunity that wasn't taken advantage of, do you talk to him during the game, say maybe we saw something out there that maybe we can take advantage of next time? Or is that something that you sort of wait till the next day, go through the film and just focus on what's in front of you?
Personally, I don't feel like it's my job to tell him what I see or exactly what he should have done. I feel like I'm the type of player who wants to know what he's thinking at all times. So if he just tell me what he saw in the play, and I can adjust. I mean, I'm adaptable. So just figuring out what it is that's going through his head and where he wants me to be, when he wants me to be there, and just helping him out as best as I can. Because, I mean, I've been in those shoes. Not with that type of pressure, but I've been young, trying to play and trying to figure it out. So just trying to help him out as best as I can.
Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next question, Chris Ryan.
Hey, Jakobi, hope all is well with you. As you look out at the Saints defense, what do you see? What kind of defines them, and what has impressed you?
Experience, toughness, and talent, honestly. They got guys who are high-paid guys for a reason, guys who've been in the league for a long time for a reason. They all play well together. They got some guys who will talk to you, some guys who will be quiet and just silently cover you. So I feel like that's definitely a well-balanced defensive unit, and we got to go out there and execute to the best of our ability. That's a good team in total. So we go out there, do what the coaches coach us to do all week, execute everything, and make sure we pay attention to the little details. We'll be okay.
You a guy that likes to engage? If somebody's talking, are you gonna give it back to them, or are you gonna give it back to them how you play? What's your back
I'm
and
a
forth?
church mouse on the field. I've had different personalities on the field. I used to be a little talker, but now I'm just more of a calm down, be quiet, make sure I got enough energy to run the next play type of guy. So.
But even church mouth can work if you pick your spots, though, right?
Exactly. I mean, it might come out here or there, but if you see that means I don't know what's going on at that time. That just came out of nowhere. So, but normally I'm just to focus on something else, make sure I'm handling my responsibility.
Next question, Mike.
Hey, Jakobi, good to see you.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Jules said when you first got in, he could, see the potential you had, which is kind of the mental part of the game. Last year, I know you said as a rookie, you're kind of swimming in it. You got improvement last year. Curious in year 3, how is your processing of all this pre-snap and everything when you get up there? Is your mind a lot more calm in year 3? What's that jump been like from year 2 to year 3?
I'm a lot more confident. And that's honestly something Jules would talk to me about when I first got here. He would always tell me he saw the talent that I had and he saw that I could make plays, but he would just feel like there was times where he didn't see the confidence in me to go out there and perform to the best of my ability, which he saw. So here in year 3, I feel like I'm a lot more confident. I understand the playbook a lot better. I know my teammates a lot better, and I just feel like I can do a lot more to help this team.
Does it help you at all when you're kind of trying to relay it to other receivers in your room or new players, maybe trying to explain stuff? Does that help you maybe even understand it a little bit better?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, you got to be able to learn to be a good teacher, So as long as I'm still learning, if I really know what I'm doing, I can teach them. So helping them and talking to them, they might see something because guys like Nelly, he's been around the game for a long time to different teams. So he'll give me advice too. And I tell him what I see from my Patriot eyes because it's the only place I've been. So we definitely all bounce ideas off of each other and work well with each other. And it's been a fun group to work with.
Thanks, Jakobi.
No problem.
Next question, Zachary Cox.
Hey, Jakobi. Kind of along those same lines. I was just curious if there was a specific moment in your career where you kind of gained that confidence that, like, okay, I can compete in this league. I can play with these NFL players. Was there any kind of specific light switch moment like that for you?
I always felt like I could play, but I wasn't confident as far as executing my responsibility, if that makes sense. Like I knew what type of talent I had and what kind of player I was, but as far as going out there and doing the right thing when the team needed me, that one took a little bit longer. So day 1, I felt like I was good enough. It took a lot longer to be like, you know what you're doing. If the coaches just put you in any situation, you can go out there and make that play happen.
When do you feel like that finally kicked in for you?
I would say halfway through the season last year, because I mean, I wasn't necessarily playing the most. So it gave me time to just pay attention and just learn and watch. And when my time was called, I feel like I was actually ready to go out there and play because I've been paying attention and just taking so many practice reps and mental reps during the games. Last year, halfway through the season for sure.
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you so much, Jakobi.
Next up, me.
Next up, we have Matt Tune on.